Hey there, do you like manga? Do you like fan service? Do you like over-the-top action? Do you like a story that doesn't seem to be going anywhere? Then suddenly it expands the world and reveal more about the plot and gives the series a brand new direction? Then look no further than Akane Banshi, one of Shōnen Jump's new action comedy about Rakugo, or one-man storyteller show. Okay, no, we are not talking about that series, not happening. Okay, we are diving into Undead Unluck. Now, I do want to apologize for my voice. I am a little sick, nothing too serious, but I wanted to talk about this series anyways, and I had been really busy with work and school, so this is going to be a short video. By the way, minor spoiler warning for those who have not read it yet. I am going to reveal the main plot, but just some major plot points about the series itself. If I don't mention these, then it's going to be very difficult to talk about the true story, as I like to call it. I will only be able to cover the first couple of chapters that don't really tell you what this series is going to be about. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. This series focuses on two characters: Fuuko Izumo, a girl who brings misfortune to those around her, and Andy, who is an undying man. Now, the beginning of this series started kinda poorly, with Andy wanting to sexually assault Fuuko in hope of receiving a powerful stroke of bad luck that could kill him. No, seriously, apparently Fuuko's ability works by how much affection she has for a person she is physically touching. The more she cares for the person, the worse their luck is. So Andy was thinking if he slept with her, that a massive stroke of bad luck powerful enough to kill him will strike. So his goal is to die, and he tries to force himself onto this innocent girl. So at first I was like, this is weird, and doesn't seem to have enough of a foundation to last a long time. Luckily, he wasn't a total douchebag who wanted to force her into doing it against her will, but he admits that he wants to seduce and sleep with her. So it wasn't really bad and disturbing to read, but it still was weird. Also, there was more stuff added to the story, like an organization that is seeking people and creatures with unique abilities. With this, the world opened up so much more than I thought it would. And it doesn't stop there. They then added the Round Table and the Book of Apocalypse, creating a more concrete story. So Apocalypse is a book that governs the rule of the world, via quests that members of the Round Table must be present to receive and take on. So to give more details about Apocalypse, it is a book that was created by God to govern the rules of reality and even destroy the world if the members of the Round Table keep failing quests. The Round Table is the center of the organization Union, and its members consist of people with unique abilities called negators. Fuuko and Andy are also negators. Fuuko is Unluck, who negates the luck of anyone she touches. Andy is Undead, who can negate his own death. The plot primarily focuses on Andy and Fuuko's relationship, and how they grow and develop as individuals. It starts out kinda rocky, but they grow on each other. Now with Fuuko, she had been living with the trauma of using her ability to accidentally negate the luck of her own parents, causing their plane to explode. Once she realized that it was her doing, she locked herself away to ensure she didn't hurt anyone else. The only solace she had was in reading her favorite manga, To You From Me. Once she finally completed the series, she was going to jump in front of a train and kill herself. She ended up drawing a crowd of people who wanted to save her, but she told them that she has an incurable disease that will kill anyone who touches her. That is where she met Andy. He came to see what all the fuss was about, and when he heard she had an incurable and highly contagious disease, he grabbed her to see what will happen. And then the edge of the bridge he was standing on cracked and fell. He of course survived and then started testing the varying circumstances surrounding Fuuko's unluck. This is where all the inappropriate touching occurred. They are eventually attacked by members of an organization called Union. They try to take them in, but Fuuko took the opportunity to plant a kiss onto Andy, causing a powerful stroke of bad luck, or unluck as her ability is called. Then a meteor fell onto the building. Eventually, Fuuko started to be grateful to Andy, because he's the only person she could have physical contact with without worrying about her unluck hurting or killing him. She still views him as a total freak, especially after he said if a kiss created a meteor, what will them doing it cause? Fortunately, her unluck scales with her affection for the person she's touching. So if she hates the person, it doesn't matter the level of contact, the unluck will be pretty insignificant. So for the rest of the series, it's about Andy keeping Fuuko safe from whatever comes at them. Whether it be Union soldiers, other negators, or even Umas, unidentified mysterious animals. The more time they spend with each other, the closer they became. Now, the more the story progressed, the more in-depth it became. It started out looking like the entire series was going to revolve around Fuuko and Andy running from Union, which would have been pretty boring and repetitive. But then we learned that Union recruits negators to join the Round Table. So the story shifts from them trying to avoid living a life on the run and join Union instead. And the more the story progressed, the more layers were added onto it. The fight scenes were also pretty cool, especially with Andy's blood techniques, where he would use his healing ability to give him or his weapon a lot of momentum, increasing his attack speed and strength, as well as his own movement. And those drawings were pretty edgy and gave me a Rivers of Blood vibes from Elden Ring. And as a fan of edgelord stuff like that, it was really awesome to read. And of course there's also Fuuko, who can use her unluck on Andy to cause some type of catastrophic event to happen to him, and affect all of those around him. The art style was similar to that of Assassination Classroom, where everything is smoother and round rather than being sharp and crisp which I honestly prefer for a more goofy gag manga instead of an action battle manga. Either way, it doesn't take away from the story or makes the scenes look awkward. It's still really well written and drawn. In all honesty, I was not expecting to enjoy this series as much as I did. It had me laughing and excited every chapter. And as of the midpoint of where the series is at right now, it looks like the author has more freedom to be creative with their story, without taking away from the characters and their development. In terms of what I see from a possible anime adaptation, it's going to be very hard to make one. That is completely true to the manga due to Andy constantly having his hot dog hanging out. Due to his undead nature, he can heal all the wounds, but his clothes get completely destroyed, so he spends most of the early series naked. This does change when he gets living clothes, but it remains as a gag for most of the series. I don't know how will the anime handle it. I think they just might heavily censor it by making him wear a loincloth, and make a joke about why does a loincloth heal along with his body, then simply break the fourth wall and explain that it's due to censorship laws. So yeah, they may do some heavy censoring like the Hitman Reborn anime did, and make some heavy alterations to the original manga. And with that, I would like to thank you all so much for watching, I truly appreciate it. Again, I am really sorry about my voice. I did try my best to record this, but I still sound like shit. So I appreciate you watching all the way through. I hope to see you again in the next one, and remember to keep having fun. See ya!